Welcome to The Trend, a show that gives you the latest and greatest in trending news for the week. I'm your host, Maddie Heckler, and in this episode, we are going to talk about all things Super Bowl. All this coming to you here on The Trend. Super Bowl? More like Super Bore. Super Bowl 60 has come and gone with the Seattle Seahawks facing off against the New England Patriots. Despite its turning out as a major win for Seattle, 29-13, fans and attendees felt the game was less than entertaining. People have taken to social media to describe the games as boring, from its commercials to the new kickoff rule to the teams themselves being an uninteresting matchup. One ex-user said, "I cannot remember a Super Bowl with less aura in my lifetime, actually." Memes have even circulated around with maps showing who people are rooting for in the Super Bowl. While each team's respective home state was obviously rooting for them, the rest of America instead rooted for the halftime performer Bad Bunny. While Benito's performance was nothing short of legendary to the general public, this Super Bowl was putting more fans to sleep than Jigglypuff's song during the Pokemon commercial. While the game might not have been the most entertaining thing to watch, people were nonetheless entertained by the musical acts that appeared at the show. In addition to Bad Bunny's highly anticipated halftime show, San Francisco-based rock band Green Day performed the pre-game show. The famous pop-punk act led by Billie Joe Armstrong performed a medley of songs that came from the album American Idiot, including Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and the iconic title track. The band gained lots of attention through the past few years with lyrics from their 2004 rock opera hits, often applying to the current criticisms of Trump and other popular MAGA figures. The performance drew attention to a Spotify/FanDuel event heard earlier this month, where Armstrong called for ICE agents to quit their jobs. The performance drew various reactions, with some disappointed they didn't go further, while others found them to be just as hard-hitting as they were in the past. Puerto Rican Grammy winner Bad Bunny headlined the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show this past Sunday. Benito made history as the first headliner to perform the halftime show in Spanish. The set pieces elevated the performance and made it feel like you were walking the streets of Puerto Rico. Street vendor stands lined the field, along with sugarcane fields brought to life by actual dancers dressed as blades of grass, representing the island's rural landscape. Lady Gaga made a shocking appearance singing a salsa version of her and Bruno Mars's hit, Die With a Smile. In addition, an actual wedding took place on the field, celebrating love, community, and culture, adding more depth to Bad Bunny's overall Puerto Rican-themed performance. During the final few minutes of his performance, Benito says, "God bless America," as flags from North, Central, South, and Latin America's waving in the air, with a pan to the billboard reading, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love." As the message lit up the stadium, Bad Bunny delivered more than a performance. He reminded us how culture, unity, and love will always rise above the division. What usually is a fun and memorable Super Bowl staple, the commercials was a huge disappointment to many viewers. Super Bowl TV screens were flooded with dystopian advertisements about AI, weight loss, drugs, and cryptocurrency. Some of the most controversial commercials using or promoting AI were from companies like Svedka, Google, Meta, Amazon, OpenAI, ChatGPT, and Microsoft. Users on Twitter responded to these bleak ads saying, "Killing all of the AI Super Bowl commercials with my mind," and "Super Bowl commercials used to be the best part of the night." There were some commercials that managed to channel that classic Super Bowl ad energy, including Goodwill and Dunkin', featuring de-aged 90s stars like Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston, Levi's behind every original jeans, Michelob Ultra, Instacart, and of course the Budweiser Clydesdale returned for a team-up with an eagle for Super Bowl 60. An overall disappointing night for those who watched the Super Bowl for the commercials, but hey, at least Bad Bunny killed it at the halftime show. A glimmer of hope in the dark AI world we now call home. Yay! It's the rise of the Pauls. That's right, the brothers are back in the headlines. Influencer and professional boxer Jake Paul sparked backlash after he urged people to turn off Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance. Jake claimed that he was boycotting the show to stand up to big corporations, writing, "Realize you have power to turn off this halftime. A fake American citizen performing who publicly hates America. I cannot support that," end quote. Ex-users were quick to call him out since Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, making Bad Bunny a U.S. citizen. Others noted the irony that Jake Paul currently lives in Puerto Rico as well. Jake's brother Logan was quick to distance himself, posting, "I love my brother, but I don't agree with this. Puerto Ricans are Americans, and I'm happy they were given the opportunity to showcase the talent that comes from the island." Still, some users called Logan's response performative, suggesting he was protecting his WWE career, a company that has partnered with Bad Bunny and is popular in Puerto Rico. One user wrote, "Hunter must have called," referring to Hunter Hayes, the owner of WWE. Jake has since reacted to his statement, stating that his post was misinterpreted and that he loves Puerto Rico and all Americans who support the country. That's all we have for this week on The Trend, but tune in next week for more of the latest and greatest trending topics.